What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I've got something exciting if you're looking for a new gaming chair. Now, arguably in any setup, whether it's work from home, gaming, or just a studio setup, you could argue that the chair is probably one of the most important pieces of the whole setup. And I know you standing desk fanboys are probably not thinking that. However, let's be honest, when you don't want to stand up and you want to sit down, a chair is extremely important. So what makes a good chair? This is kind of where the waters get muddied a little bit. Because on one end of the spectrum, you spare no expense and you have the most comfortable chair ever created. And on the other end of the spectrum, you're fitting a budget and you want to try to maximize the best quality chair for the least amount of money. And that's what brings us into this video, because arguably one of the best furniture suppliers in the world has now gotten into the gaming industry. Well, sort of. And it's IKEA. So everybody knows IKEA, big blue and yellow stores where you can spend countless hours shopping for whatever your heart desires. And everybody understands that everything at IKEA, for the most part, can be had at a very inexpensive price and may not necessarily last the longest. They do have higher scale options, but that's not what we're talking about today. Now, IKEA sells office chairs. We all know this. I've owned a few myself, and I have sat in more than I can think of at the store. And I've got to be honest, most of their chairs are all kind of the same. They have a decent cushion, seemingly okay build quality, and they don't break the bank. The only thing that's the worst thing ever is that you have to put it together unless you have the TaskRabbit thing in your area. But whatever, use the wrench provided, maybe a hammer and screwdriver, and you're good to go. So work from home purveyors and office professionals alike have probably sat in any IKEA chair. But recently, IKEA partnered with the Republic of Gamers, or ROG as you may know them, to come out with an entire gaming furniture line set around the gaming industry. This includes chairs, desks, cabinets, and even a freaking pillow snuggie thing. But I'm not here to talk about the rest of the gaming line, because it does appear as though you can build a sick setup from what they've provided. And from everything that I've seen in person, the desks and the cabinets and all the accessories are phenomenal. And the best part is, if you're balling on a budget, you're not going to break the bank. So that brings us to their gaming chair lineup. Now, they have three. I'm not going to try to pronounce all three of them because I will barely be able to pronounce the one that I purchased for this video. Now, starting from the most expensive down to the one that we're going to be talking about today, their premium gaming chair that has a carbon steel frame, adjustable headrest, and all the goodies, right, is $189, which is still pretty remarkable given the gaming chair market. And I did sit in it at the store, and it is very comfortable. Now, what I think is probably going to be their most popular option, but still not the cheapest, is their middle of the road gaming chair that comes in at $129. And that chair I think is going to be the most popular because it looks the most gaming chair-like, and it's $60 cheaper than the most expensive option. So it's a good middle of the road balance. But what if you don't even want to do that? What if you're like, Cole, I have $69 to spend on a gaming chair. Where do I go? Now, most people with a $69 budget may even go to IKEA and buy, like a $50 office chair or one of their $69 office chairs. But I'm here to tell you, don't do that. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. But seriously, the new gaming chair that comes in at $69 is absolutely amazing. It features a mesh back panel with a great lumbar support strip that comes across your back, so you're always supported, a pretty good seat cushion, and it also comes with red paint, but not covering like the whole chair, just a tiny bit on the arms and then on the casters as well. And ladies and gentlemen, the name that I'm going to butcher for this chair is the Huvudspelare. Huvudspelare? Huvudspelare? I wrote it down.
2 hours later.
Huvudspelare. Let's go with that. I'm going to call it the Huvud for short because it's also much easier to say. But let me tell you, this chair for $69 is arguably one of the best values that you can get. Now, this chair that I'm sitting in is the S-Racer chair that I got off Amazon and is a very popular chair. It normally retails at $150, but most of the time you can get it under $100. I actually purchased the Huvud for my wife to use at her new desk because she just wanted a chair that was functional, inexpensive, and also I found out that IKEA makes gaming chairs now. So how does this $69 IKEA gaming chair stack up against an extremely popular Amazon option like the S-Racer? Well, for starters, it's cheaper, about $30 less. And secondly, you don't have to wait for it to come in. You can just go pick it up at any local IKEA store. Now, if those things aren't enough to sway you, look at this thing in action. It's got great lumbar support, an open mesh back so that you don't get hot while you're sitting, gaming, working, whatever. And the seat cushion, while not extremely plush, is still very comfortable and sets this chair up to be a great sub $70 chair that you can multi-purpose for more than just gaming. You can use it for work from home, whatever you want. Now, it does feature bright red accents on both the wheel casters as well as the metal arms of the chair. And then it just has fixed position plastic armrests. Now, I will say right out of the gate, I purchased this chair for my wife, who is a lot smaller than myself. But here what you'll see is my 6'4", 215-pound frame sitting in this chair. And I've got to be honest and say that I would probably not purchase this for myself when compared to the S Racer, because the S Racer is probably the cheapest big boy chair that you can find for the money. And what I mean by that is, like in the S Racer, for example, when I put my head back, like it actually hits the cushion, right? Like I can sit here and my head hits the cushion. But you'll notice on the IKEA chair, my head is pretty much just like loops over the top. So if your height starts with a 5, this chair is going to be perfect for you. If it starts with a 6, maybe look at something like the S Racer or one of the more expensive IKEA options. But those are still more than something like this from Amazon. And just to kind of show you side by side of what it looks like sitting in each chair, I've got myself sitting in the IKEA chair as well as myself sitting in my S Racer chair. So you can see the difference of how much bigger the S Racer chair is and how it can hold someone of my size. However, for $69 and being a normal height individual, this IKEA gaming chair is lit. Now, we've only had it for 3 days, so I can't talk to the durability of it. But if you've ever purchased anything from IKEA, you know that it lasts pretty much just as long as you need it to. And then you can look at either getting another one or upgrading to something else. But for $69, you really can't go wrong with this chair. I see this chair getting purchased by a lot of maybe like college students or just younger individuals who just want a cheap gaming chair, because it's also smaller in size. Like my S Racer chair here is actually pretty large, so it takes up a decent amount of space. And if you're in a confined space or like a dorm or something, you don't want this massive bulky chair taking up all of that precious space. So that's where the IKEA chair, the Huvud, could be the perfect fit for you. And like I said, it was designed in collaboration between IKEA and the Republic of Gamers, or ROG. So you can even purchase the other accessories to go along with this gaming setup and have everything match. But this chair checks the box off for budget, value, and basic comfort. As well as a bonus, it is a breathable mesh back, which is great because I gotta tell you, the leather on this thing does get warm if you're sitting for a long time. So if you're looking for a budget gaming chair and you're like, I don't even want to spend $100, I want to spend less than that, then check out the IKEA gaming chair, the Huvudspelare, because for $69, it quite honestly could be the best cheap gaming chair that you can find. And you can pick it up at your local IKEA. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop me one of these. And if you like this video and other videos I've been putting out, make sure and hit that subscribe button. And guys, if you're not subscribed yet, I mean, what are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy. Peace.